And it took me 5 years to start this YouTube channel. Your actions are what only matters, but not what you think or what you perceive. So, the idea about this is, for example, I took me so many years to start this YouTube channel. Like, I've been thinking about it for 3, 4, 5 years. Like, I wanted to share my ideas, I wanted to build a community, talk with people, interact, because sometimes you have a lot of thoughts, you have a lot of things that you want to tell people, that you want to share, but you feel like, I actually don't want to do it, but I want to do it. Does it make sense? Because we all have our own ideas, right? We all have things that we think about and then they disappear. Like they tell you, you get like these thousands and millions of ideas in a single day. But to get back to the main topic, what you do is what actually matters because if you just keep thinking and you don't act, you're not going to get anywhere. For example, think about this. Some of us, in a lot of times during our lifetime, the first thing we do is wake up, right? And then you be like, I'm not gonna get up right now. I'm just going to get 5 more minutes of sleep, and then I'm going to get up. And then time keeps passing, right? And you just don't get out of the bed, and then it's an hour, it's 2 hours, you've been scrolling and you're doing whatever, and you really done nothing. But some other days you just act, you just get up and you go out of the house. I find this actually very helpful. You just get up and you just go. You don't prepare too much. Like you definitely should wash your face, maybe brush your teeth or something, and just leave. You don't say, I might need to prepare a breakfast first, or maybe I just need to do this thing or that thing. No, that's actually what's keeping you out. That's actually what's keeping you not doing anything because you make it hard for yourself. You just need to take it step by step. In other words, sometimes I think why we have this problem. Like we take it for granted right now. Like people talk about all the time about we wasting time, correct? But think about it. Before we had houses and comfortable beds and all these furnitures, what did humans do? They were already outside, or they were like maybe on the first floor, not living in a tall building, which floor, 13, 14. Nah. So it was actually easier to get, that sunlight. So maybe it's our lifestyle. Maybe it's not really your fault, but we have to get around it. We have to do something, you know? And when I say that what your actions matters, it's not your thoughts. What I mean is, mm, we think how other people are going to think about us. Ah, maybe you feel anxious. Maybe you feel worried. Maybe you feel shy, but the other person doesn't really know. Maybe they actually think a lot of other things. Not maybe, they do. Believe me, they do. And it's the same way for yourself. Like you keep thinking about all these stuff, but once you talk to another person, you're going to find out, oh, holy shoot. That person has lots of ideas and thoughts himself or herself, themselves. And it's really funny how our mind works. So you have to manipulate it. I heard the other day that, or I saw a quote that you have to be delusional. Doesn't mean that you lie to yourself. You should be honest to yourself, but your mind tricks you, to do some crazy stuff. Isn't it that way already? Isn't it that way? Yes, it is. It is that way. Believe me, it is. For example, um, you be around your friend, and he's a human being as well. And then you think, oh, what if I actually said that word or a sentence that's gonna make him feel sad or bad or awkward? It's gonna be awkward. No, he thinks the same way too. Why do we have to make it too complicated, people? We don't. We don't. And you might be wondering why I'm making this video. Well, I'm making this video because I find it really good to talk and let it all out. We don't get a lot of ideas to share and talk to other people as much. Or the thing is, you don't get to be yourself. Because you have to think about all these types of stuff, like it's really unhealthy. Because these thoughts are going to stay within your body. It needs to go somewhere, but it doesn't because you keep them inside. Um, because of the current lifestyle, everybody is busy with work. Yes, I understand everybody has to make a living. So do I. And then, all the things and how we became like we have become very isolated because of this lifestyle. You work all day long and you think you have to build your career your own. We don't spend times with our families. A lot of times it's not our choice, correct? But we have to do something about it. We have to do something about it. I have a lot of thoughts and ideas in my mind. I did not even prepare for this video. I just said I will just, start recording and speak. And as I speak, some of the things I have been thinking about start going around. And next time, I'm actually going to prepare. I'm going to prepare a topic and talk about that topic and, keep focusing on the ideas. In that way, it's going to be more organized. But I didn't actually think, I didn't think that much about it. Ironically, that this video was going to help me to organize my ideas. So maybe you also should find a way. Let's find a way together to relax and be the best version of ourselves. Please leave me a comment if this resonated with you and tell me what do you want to hear or talk about in the future. Um, Peace, guys.